So we have Vandana Kumar, who is a publishing executive with a 35-year track record in the industry. As a new immigrant, she co-founded India Currents magazine in 1987 and published an award-winning print magazine from April 1987 to December 2017. India Currents went fully digital and is today and has the largest following amongst Indians in the United States. What was the moment that inspired you to begin India Currents as a new immigrant?
I've been here for a long time, as is evident. And it's hard to think of, a moment where, this whole idea crystallized, because you have to go back to 1987. And for a lot of people now who were not even born then, it's hard to imagine that moment, you see, because the internet was not invented. And for a lot of people, that's the only world they know. This was a different moment. And as a new immigrant in California, we could not find ourselves reflected in the media, So I was an avid newspaper reader. I would always be reading the newspaper because that's how we got the news when I was in India. And I was looking, and I would think that surely there are other people like me. Surely there are others that are, doing things around here that would be worthy of some mention. But we were completely invisible in the media. And in some ways, that gave the impetus for providing a space where we could all celebrate, because we did know that there were lots of other people like us. And I say us because, my partner in the business was my brother-in-law, Vandana Kumar, who came up with the idea. And he said, wouldn't it be wonderful to have a place where we could all always, it would be like a festival of sorts. Every month you come together. And it's also important to remember that this was not born out of a business idea. It was a labor of love. It was a place that we sought belonging. And that's the reason why the magazine started. A place to create a community. And also, to remember that all immigrants, it doesn't matter where in the world they come from, we are seeking. Now, again, you have to put yourself back in that moment in time. And it's hard for somebody who may not have been there. How do you imagine a world in which communication was not instantaneous? And the fact that even when the fax came around, I forget when that was like, oh, huge. You can send something here and it can get to another part of the world so quickly. So the internet was a whole, like a game changer. But all immigrants, no matter where they come from, they are looking for a way to belong. And we are seeking the familiar in an unfamiliar land. Like, I used to do this. I used to eat this. How can I do that here? How can I do that in Fremont, in San Jose, Santa Clara? How do I do that? I want to eat jhalmuri. How do I make that? And India Currents actually became the platform that people started sharing that kind of stuff. And you could make jhalmuri by mixing Rice Krispies and planter peanuts and the oil that what we would get in those days. How do you go about making that? And it's kind of a weird thing for anyone who's not South Asian to even hear that, because why on earth would you mix these items? But we are seeking to create a jhalmuri that we perhaps ate in India.
Yes, this idea of finding the familiar or building the familiar in a new place.